Literally,
Oh,
one drop of that hit the coffee and it exploded, and you willingly drink that stuff. What's
I
in it
drink it all the
actually?
time. That's some sort of like celestial sugar and stuff. Like
Ooh, can I try
high,
it?
high in the Go ahead, but
Oh,
So you will try it, and pixies love sweet things. And I
Yes.
would probably say they love sweet things just as much as Asimars do. So you'll drink it, and oh my glob, this is amazing. Where can I buy this? Or how can I make this? You are obsessed, totally obsessed over this drink.
how is it?
Oh, it is literally heaven. Do you know Athena? And Star's gonna wrap his arm with yours while drinking this.
Not, no, I don't know.
Oh, you should meet her. You'll like her very much. Also, how do I get an order of this from your world?
I'm not sure. You know what? I I've been studying some of the magic stuff around here. I'm hoping maybe we can find a way to jump from our book to your big library.
Hmm. Yes. I think Tori's right. We're gonna need to get to Sue. She might be able to help us. Cause that's where we went at the beginning, right, guys? When we started our adventure.
I
mhm.
What kind of world is that one?
hmm.
It's right up your alley.
Superhero.
Superhero fighting food monsters.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Do you think we're gonna end up becoming
I
eight
don't
others?
want you guys to meet.
Well, if we gotta do it, let's do this.
Sue's very friendly. You guys will like
Yes.
her.
Sue's lovely.
Yeah, and her cooking has gotten better.
Ooh.
It's excellent
So
at
much
this
better.
point.
She could actually make some apple dumplings.
I'd like to see her try.
Ooh.
Okay, do you want more apple
Oh.
dumplings? You had a
That's a
bunch
ch-
earlier.
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
All right. So to
Coffee.
move things along, you all will use any bookmark that you want to teleport you directly over to Sue's world. So everyone's going to shift and change form now. So what ends up happening is here are the rules of the world. So this is basically the world of superhero comics slash anime. So all of your characters now look like, for the RP1 characters, you look like the way that you normally look like from your RP1 world, except you are now in comic book form. So you can look any derivation between like Western style comics versus Japanese anime style. And again, everything here is more. I want the details of everything around you looks like it's right out of a comic book. It's like cell shaded, I guess is one way I could describe it. The other thing that I should point out is every time you speak, a literal speech bubble pops out that says everything that you're saying. And the other problem is whenever you're thinking something, a thought bubble pops up that pops up what you're thinking as well. So
Oh,
yeah.
Thank God I'm back in my Asimar body.
I love it. I love it.
And with the opera, baby.
Amazing.
Very good. Very good.
In terms of what you see around you, so Gourmet City is essentially, think of it as a San Fran Tokyo. For those of you who watched Big Hero 6, it's sort of inspired by that. So a mix of Western and Japanese culture. And there is this massive pyramid that is in the center of the city, which essentially is this restaurant, you will find out, that is run by their friend Sue, called Sensational. Sensational is the name of the restaurant.
Oh, at least I'm back in a more angelic body.
I'm liking this. Man.
Let me
Dave's
Go ahead.
just
he starts puking somewhere in the corner because of all the garbage that he ate.
Oh,
Nice.
Coming all back. Oh,
that is right. We all revert to our normal forms, so
Your baby holder Luigi will disintegration ray, thus puke. For you.
Aw.
thank you. Oh, sorry.
And Cade, how
it's
was
so handy.
how
I
was
think
Cade? Go ahead.
The main thing about Cade would just be his thought bubble would just be like chaotic scribbles.
One thing I always also say is that Bobot is like bigger, more Japanese anime mech-like. So you can think like a mini Voltron-esque, whatever you want to picture him as. But he looks pretty effing cool in this world.
You got some samurai swords now as well.
Centaur Baymax, I like that. It's a Centaur Baymax now.
So this is your friend's place?
Yes, this is their restaurant.
He has good specials.
It's a good place. I miss some parts of this world. Focusing on the word bubble so he can easily read what people are saying instead of reading lips because he is deaf.
Yes.
oh, I didn't know that.
Ave looks confused at Tori, and there's a thought bubble as well. Wait, she's not a Kenku? That's the disappointment.
What is the game to? She's
Oh,
reading.
Their race in
Slapping it away.
our world. They
Oh, because I was a raven.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Abe.
No worries. It's all right. I just thought that there was, someone from our world. Maybe you had something in common with our world, or no big deal. No, what are we doing right now? We're looking for Sue.
It's just too adorable.
Yes.
Yes, this is their restaurant. So we should probably go in.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the restaurant, the pyramid itself is like multiple restaurants in one, and Sue's restaurant is at the very top, so it's got absolutely the best view. And when you enter, I mean, immediately you are bombarded with pleasant smells all around. It is, I would say it's not crazy fancy, but it's also not super casual either. It's comfortably like semi-formal-ish, I guess I would say. And you can see there are today's specials up on like several monitors. There's monitors that shows the menus and what the specials are. And you can see that several of the dishes are actually named after the Athenaeum characters. So there's Tori's Bitter Bread Dollhouse, Sam's Spicy Monologue, Star's Sour Kidnapped Kebabs, Reggie's Sweet Grenade of Many Things, Frankie's Salty Slut Balls, and Lonix Boozy Coffee.
Nice.
And it has actually, next to each item, it actually has a chibi face of each of the Athenaeum characters, like next to it. With a thumbs up or something, or like a peace sign next to their signature dish.
And I approve of this message.
Yes.
There you go.
Favorite shop on the city.
Yes, my favorite restaurant in the pyramid. Yes. If you want to find Sue, she actually seems to be speaking with some of the waiters and waitresses right now. So that picture actually is what she looks like in her senshi form. That's her like superhero. Her superhero is basically a chef superhero. So think of that, but looks more like somebody who is a manager at a restaurant. She'll see the four of the Athenaeum like or 5 of the Athenaeum players, and she'll say, "Oh my goodness, it's our VIPs." She comes over there. She does have a little companion on top of her head, which is, if you are familiar with Japanese food, they have these rice ball things called onigiri, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're called. But it's basically that rice ball with cute little eyes, cute little anime eyes. And he'll say, welcome back to Gourmet City. And you brought new patrons, Sue says. Hi, I'm Sue. Welcome to Sensational.
Nice to meet you.
It's wonderful to be your acquaintance.
Smells nice.
Thank you. Is it going to be a party of 9 then?
Well, maybe a party of 10, because we need a little bit of your time, too, if you can break away.
Party of 11.
Oh. Interesting. Sure. For you all, of course, I can make time for you. We're sort of passing the lunch rush right now, so I for sure can sit down and share a meal. It'll be like our family dinners.
Yes.
By the way, when is the next one again, Sam?
Well, now that I'm out, we should plan on something, let's say Sunday next week.
I'll see.
Oh.
Taylor's been pretty sick lately with the baby, so
Oh, BP.
I'll try to make it.
Well, for sure. I hope you remember my offer. As soon as the baby is born, I have tons of meals that I can send you frozen so that you can just heat them up as you need them, at least during the first few weeks.
We're probably gonna need that.
So, yeah. Why don't I get you all a table and you all can order whatever you want on the house. So she'll drop you down, and this place pretty much has anything and everything from whatever genre of cuisine of food that you'd like. So we can quickly ask. Well, I'm just curious what each person would order if they were to order something for lunch.
Real quick, I'm going to elbow Ave and point to Frankie and say, oh, watch this.
Yes.
Frankie wants it all, and he like jaw unhinges like
Yes. Frankie wants it all. Again, anime style. You know how in Japanese anime they eat the rice bowls really fast. It's essentially that version of what he's doing.
And everything that he spills is just Luigi eating it all up.
Yes. Luigi's eating the stuff on underneath. Like a little puppy. What is everyone else getting?
I think boneless wings, but he also has the dessert of cheesecake. If you remember, that's Gabe's favorite.
Yes.
So,
Moose sushi.
Moose sushi.
Moose sushi.
I like that.
He'd probably order something small, and he wouldn't have much of an appetite. Probably get a soup or something.
Okay. And how about Ave?
Abe's gonna pick the specialty from Tori.
Okay.
Doesn't know what it is, just...
In the interest of time, you all will start having your meal and probably fill in Sue of what's happening. And so she seems to be very invested and very interested and is asking questions of the 4 new guests. And while you are starting to end your meal, that's when you start hearing what sounds sort of like a fire alarm go off in the pyramid, but it's not exactly a fire alarm, and there does seem to be some commotion outside of the pyramid, and several of the guests at the pyramid are pointing, and they said, "Oh no, the city is being attacked again." They said, "Well, it has been about a week." Yeah, that's true. Right on schedule. Oh no, Sue says. We should probably go to HQ, she says, and see what's going on. What should we do with the friends? She asks.
They
Are
may
they-
come in handy. Let's bring them with us. We
Yeah,
can't
bring them
just
along.
abandon them here.
I can help anybody if you need healing or anything. If anybody gets hurt, I can help.
Okay. Um, that's great. Do you all have a secret identity? Like, heroic alter ego?
Sort of?
Perfect!
I think so.
Perfect.
Depending on what you mean, of course.
Heroic is a big word.
Okay. Well, I'll just go with that. Follow me. So she will lead you all to a certain side of the restaurant as people are like panicking and fainting. Oh my goodness! Even though they go through this every week, it's just par for the course. She will take you to like this revolving bookcase that then goes to a fireman pole thing, and you'll all slide down to the secret area of the pyramid into essentially is the headquarters of the Flavor Senshi. And there'll be this big giant monitor on the screen. Oni will plop down and start hopping onto the keyboard, even though it doesn't have any fingers. It starts hopping on the keyboard, and you can see a video feed of things that are happening all over the city. It looks like there are 9 supervillains. Oh, what a coincidence. 9 supervillains, 9 PCs.
Yeah.
What a coincidence. And this is what some of them look like. There is this vicious looking tiger that seems to be terrorizing a few people. There seems to be this psychotic leprechaun. There's this Dracula looking creature. There's these 3 demonic looking elves. There's this honeybee that seems to be dripping with honey from its behind. There's a caveman that seems to be chucking things at people. There's a cuckoo bird that is also terrorizing people. And lastly, a psychotic chef who has a mobile incinerator-looking oven behind him. We should get an analysis of these supervillains. And Oni will hop into it. And apparently, this is actually a group, a supervillain group called the Serial Killers. So, the 9 serial killers include Tony, the Tigernator, a ferocious tiger-themed villain who's known for his ruthless tactics. He's able to pounce on his enemies and maul them with his claws, and every time he does, he goes, "They're great!" There is the Lucky Charmer, who is known to manipulate luck itself. Good luck for him, bad luck for you. Count Chocolata, a vampire-themed villain who can transform into a swarm of marshmallow bats. He's able to drain the life force from his enemies and can control the minds of those he bites. And then we have the 3 elves, Snap, Crackle, and Pop. They are a set. A trio of elven wrestlers, if you can believe that. They are small, but they love to wrestle because they are obsessed with the sounds of bones cracking. Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Then we have Honey Butt Ririos, which is a pesky bee that stings honey up people's butts. That's its thing. Fruity Pebbles! It's a caveman that chucks stone fruits at people to death. Or to highly maimed, basically. Fruit Loops, which is a skateboarding toucan that tries to mesmerize everyone to follow his nose. Cuckoo Puffs, which is an insane cuckoo bird that is perpetually high on narcotics. He is about as insane as Joker is on Batman. And then the darkest of the villains is Killaman Toast Crunch. Killaman Toast Crunch, a psychotic baker who likes to burn people alive in his giant oven and uses their ashes in his morning toast.
I think I see some of these guys and fail concept meetings.
Hark, what happened to Frankenberry?
I already have Count Chocolate.
I know. I know.
And before you ask, we already had a Captain Crunch, so I didn't want to double dip on Captain Crunch.
This is hilarious.
But anyway, I dropped all of the serial killers into the Ready Persona 1 at 10 a.m. crossover as you see fit, so you can plan what you want to do from here.
They seem like a bunch of Cheerio no's.
So do you guys have powers in this world?
Kinda.
Do we ever? Do you want to show it? Do you want to show them, everybody?
Kate's already seen mine.
Oh, really?
We had an assassin. You know how it is over there.
Something.
Okay. So why don't we show them, everybody? Let's cook! Flavor power, change up! Each of you has to say yours. Go ahead.
Bitter flavor power change up.
Spicy flavor power change up.
Salty flavor power change up.
Sweet flavor power change up.
I love it. And Star.
And Star's gonna be super dramatic, do all the little moves and say, lemon senti power change up.
Nice. So,
Devoted.
so
Lame.
Senshi style, Sailor Moon Senshi style, every single character goes through this transformation sequence all at once. It's very extravagant and probably unnecessary, but hey, the fans love it. And these, think of them as a cross between the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Sailor Moon. The theme around their superheroes is that they are all different, based on different flavors. So sour, salty, sweet, bitter, umami, etc., etc. For the people who never saw the Athenaeum campaign, can we just briefly tell everybody visually what your transformation sequence kind of looks like? And also, I want to say that you are now your Super Senshi version of your, because they had an upgrade near the end, so they basically turned it to Super Sailor Moon or Sailor Moon Eternal, essentially. Which means that your transformation could be slightly different or more extravagant than they were before. So who wants to share their transformation sequence first?
Okay, so Frankie transforms in a similar way as She-Ra from the 80s. So it's like change up and then all these sparkles like come down. And you're left with, well, the original, just for you guys, the original was like, he was practically naked. All he had was a tiny little white Speedo with a blue star on his crotch. And then like a white harness, and that was about it. A white cape too, and then like knee-high white boots with clear heels. He was basically a stripper.
But he looked like a salt shaker also.
But I was like a salt shaker stripper.
Yeah.
But then the ultra form became similar to how like Iceman got when he was all covered in ice. So he became this humongous like salt Hulk. And still had the Speedo with this blue star, though. That's going to be a thing.
I love it.
Star's transformation was very Sailor Moon. You know, the gloves, the boots, the ribbons. For some reason, there were doves and unicorns. And Star originally was dressed kind of like a Cupid, like with the white and gold, cause like lemon, and then became more of like a Greek warrior with like a loincloth, gauntlets, a scythe, whole thing. And what I'll do for time's sake, I'll put it in the group chat so you can see what everyone looked like.
That'd be great, thank you. So almost like Wonder Woman-ish, kind of.
Yes.
Almost. Got it.
For Sam, his is kind of like the different poses in with the camera like circling around. And his original form was kind of like the old Chef Boyardee. In his upgrade, he's like the chef from The Little Mermaid. So broad-shouldered and the long mustache, and the large chef's hat. And yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I think with Tori, her transformation with the bitter flavor power. So there was a lot of heavy metal music playing in the background. I remember she looked like someone from the band Kiss a little bit with the Kiss makeup and leather jacket, torn up jeans, and her arms crossed with a bitter look on her face. And then I think the super transformation she was just like a classic witch, almost like
Yes.
Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz, kind of.
Well, his actual transformation is probably the most like non-flashy out of everyone's, but the actual transformation is quite big because he's younger. The actual transformation itself is mostly just a lot of light as things change, and then it's just him. But his super Senshi form, basically, he's back to being in his 20s or something. He has long ginger hair, very Will Turner swashbuckler kind of an outfit, mostly white and pink. He has a sword made out of ribbon candy, and his shirt kind of glitters with like sugar sparkles on it, and it's almost like very kind of tuxedo masky in the end. Very almost like you would see him on the cover of a romance novel.
Love it.
Fabio.
Yes, Fabio. Love it. So they do this whole sequence. The RP1 players probably are familiar with this kind of thing from like the TV shows or cartoons. And they do this like final pose, Power Ranger style at the
they're
end.
taking a moment, right?
Yeah.
This is a moment.
This is a whole moment for sure.
Yeah.
I imagine the RP1 people just standing next to each other. Why are they taking so long? Gabe never put this in the game, right? This is so lame.
I mean, Odin does this, but it's quicker.
Yeah, you just kind of like raise your spear up and thunder strikes it, right?
Well, it's more like there is a change. It does take like 6 seconds to do it, but this is a lot longer than 6 seconds.
How many people do you think died while you guys were doing that?
Well, this is a comic book world, so maybe
Think
everything
of how
kind of
many-
like freezes while they're doing this.
Everyone's watching.
We could have already
No,
killed
it's-
3 people by this
no.
time.
I wonder if we can change too.
No,
And
we
I
don't.
wonder if we'll change into ourselves but better, or our other selves.
At the end of this, while you're all having this side conversation, Sue breaks out of the pose and says, "So, how about you all? Can you transform too?"
I want to try to palm my Senshi ball to Ave.
Interesting.
Well, I kind of had an idea.
Maybe I can make something.
Gabe.
Yeah.
Hold still. And I'm gonna induce the knave on Gabe.
Oh.
Okay.
You will attempt to induce the knave on Gabe,
Mhm.
and it does trigger Gabe to transform, but he actually doesn't transform into the knave. He transforms into Odin.
Okay.
So this can be as extravagant or not extravagant as you want. Kyle,
Well,
how do you transform
I
into
assume
Odin?
remember he just turns initially into like the depowered Odin form, because that's like that's what he was before. But he looks at the spear and goes, "Gungear has returned by the might of Odin! Huzzah!" And as he yells, the gold and purple armor shines and is created.
Whoa. Sue says, "That's cool. That's really cool."
Not the result I thought would happen, but sure.
You did something?
Well, I remember that I kind of have an accord with Nave, so I just, tried to contact him via the gaming thing, and then, lo and behold.
Like,
What does
maybe he
Odin see? Like, does he see like the other like people as like hero? Does he see them as like the normal selves, or does he see them as like
So-
the?
Good question. So to clarify, while you're in this world, when you transform into Odin, you are still Gabe. You're still Gabe, but you now are in the form of Odin. So you don't have Odin's personality, you still have Gabe's personality. But Odin's powers and essentially form.
And then
So everyone looks normal to you.
yeah, and then Gabe goes, "I'm just messing with you guys. It's still me."
Aww. Right.
I'm gonna try to do the same. Just try and become Chrono. I think I would just teleport away for a second and then teleport back with my armor on.
Love it.
Helmet would go
behind the corner. Just...
Nice. So you are still Cade, but as Chrono in form and ability.
So I'm like big and like Chrono is.
Correct. And your Bobot essentially is your sidekick, basically.
Oh,
You're
dang.
the Robin to your Batman.
That's scary.
Right. I guess Forrest being in this goth sort of Phantom of the Opera sort of get up will rip off the mask and then flare out the cape, and it kind of transforms around them into the black
Nice.
skin-tight suit that Yellow has. That's the name. That's the name of the character that I created, Yellow. And I think also kind of like Bayonetta, wings will flare out behind them of these like sapphire, or not sapphire, topaz sort of wings that are kind of crystalline in structure. All right, loves, let's go.
Yes. Cool. And even though this is still Forrest, he's still channeling the yellow personality, even though it's still Forrest, as I love it.
He's just staring. Well, no, this is not what he wants to do right now. And then suddenly a flock of white pigeons just flies towards him, circles around him, and then all of a sudden he's completely dressed in his in his knave outfit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what? Well, guess I'm doing this then.
I mean, to be fair, this is much better than the actual knave because he might be hard to work with. I know you guys talked with him, but can you imagine trying to explain that he's a video game character in a book while you're in a different book?
Oh, yeah, that's quite fair. Yes. And he just talks in Knave's voice because it's just his same voice that he created for it. So
Luigi hops onto your shoulder.
Hmm.
And we can even say that Luigi
He's
also
got like a little cape.
Yeah, he's got a
And
little
hat.
cape. Yeah, with a little top hat, maybe. That'd be super cute. He's got a little wand in his mouth. I don't know.
Just gotta make the rabbit disappear. Death Ray.
I'm liking all of the outfits, y'all. Wow. Looks like we actually have a chance against these serial killer villains. So, how do y'all want to play this? They're all scattered all over the place right now.
Oh,
Well, we
honestly,
did well last time when we divided and conquered.
True.
I can take one that doesn't control my mind. Take one of the physical fighters.
I can control one of their minds, but I'm not really a fighter myself.
Don't worry, I
Keep
think
them busy, I guess.
You go after the leprechaun. I mean, look, I'm pretty sure the knave would appreciate going after the trickster.
And it's not like we have any other abilities to handle this. At least in this form, I don't have any abilities to handle a charmer.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
I'm mostly a brute in this one, but I have different forms I can take, so I'm very flexible.
That cuckoo bird is on a skateboard, and I want to crack at that.
All right.
I'll
I
take the
guess
tiger.
The chocolate character?
Cade or Croto, you should go after Snap, Crackle, and Pop. There's 3 of them. You can get around all 3 of them quite easily.
Yeah, all right.
I'll go after Killing
Man Toast
Man
Crunch.
Toast
Kill it-
Crunch.
Killing
Yeah.
Man Toast Crunch. I love that.
And I will reluctantly go after Honey Butt Riri.
Oh, that is totally Frankie.
That is so
That is
Frankie.
so Frankie.
Very reluctantly,
Honey
yeah.
butt really
Oh, reluctantly.
It's so Frankie. Oh my gosh, perfect.
So we still got the caveman and the tiger.
And yeah, the caveman and the tiger. Did somebody put Fruit Loops and Cuckoo Puffs?
I'm doing Cocoa Puffs. That's the
Okay.
one on the skateboard, right?
The one in the Fruit Loops is the one
No,
on the
Fruit
skateboard.
Loops. Fruit Loops is who I'm going after.
Okay.
Do you want BP? I don't think we chose yet.
I'll take any of them. So if
Okay.
there's one you really don't want, I'll take it.
I will take Fruity Pebbles then.
Okay.
I'll take Cuckoo Puffs. Whoever's left can take the tiger.
It
That
sounds
leaves-
like
That leaves Forest,
Forest, right? To take on the tiger.
right? Are you okay with that?
I suppose so. I thought I was going to provide backup for. But yeah, we can totally workshop it. It'll be fun. I can
Okay.
take them all.
Cuckoo Puffs is going to be black powder. Okay, cool. Sue will say, "All right, I think we got our assignments." So she puts her hand in. Everybody to join.
Let's
Let's cook. Woo! So Power Ranger style, you all will just jump really, really, really high up into the sky, and you'll just magically land, anime style, wherever it is these supervillains are. So this is all meant to be fun. So let your imagination, creativity run wild. I encourage you to let your imagination run wild. Who would like to go first? So Sage, these 3 pint-sized wrestling elves are terrorizing these people in the Bronxy side area of the city, and they're kind of just trying to grab people and sort of like they're so small that essentially they're trying to like thumb wrestle random citizens and trying to crack their bones that way, and every time they make a snap, crackle, or pop, they're like, oh, like they're just obsessed. It gives them so much euphoric joy, which actually kind of relatable, if I'm being honest. Kind of relatable to you. What do you do? Are you sneaking up on them? I don't know what you're doing.
No. I'm going to say, I hear you guys like to wrestle. Try wrestling my friend, pointing towards Bobot. I'm going to just teleport everyone away who's in the vicinity. And I'm just going to let them fight Bobot.
Yeah.
See who
Cool.
wins.
Yeah. They're going to say, oh, does this thing have bones? I don't know, but it'll probably make an interesting sound if we try to crack it or pop it. Crackle, 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 goes Crackle. So they're just gonna leap towards Bobot. What do you see is gonna happen as they're leaping towards your...
So Bobot's arms are going to split from 2 to 4.
Oh, nice.
And he's going to attempt to grapple all 3 of them and pin them down.
Yeah.
I
Go
want
ahead.
them to lose a wrestling match.
Nice. So, even though they're small, they actually are pretty strong, despite their size. So, Bobot has his 4 arms out, and 3 of the arms, I guess, make contact with the elves, and he actually seems to surprisingly. It's not an effortless fight, and so they're gonna start to try to work together to sort of slam Bobot onto the ground. And I think just because maybe Bobot felt a little like underestimated a little bit, they do successfully slam him down onto the ground. And there's a small, not a crack, but like a twist of metal that happens. And I'll say that Crackle goes, oh, that's nice. I like that sound. Oh. But now that Bobot has started recalculating the situation, how is he going to retaliate?
He's going to use the hydraulics in his legs to launch himself like 100 feet in the air, and then he's going to do just pile drive them all three directly into the
Nice.
ground and then try and pin them.
Yeah.
If they're pinned for 3 seconds, then I'm just going to teleport them to a gel cell.
Love it. You pin them down. You actually hear the sound of their bones cracking and snapping and popping. And they're like, oh, that's the spot. That's the spot. Yeah. And that definitely lasts for more than 3 seconds. So you're just going to teleport them to a jail.
Yeah, as soon as one of them has been pinned for 3 seconds, I teleport them to a gel.
Hey! Where's our wrestling buddy? Where'd he go?
Just to troll them, I'll do 3 separate gels.
Hey! Let us out of here! Yeah! I want to wrestle! Come back! And you're just gonna leave him in there? Okay. So the Lucky Charmer, he basically is sort of like, I think there's a Marvel character named Domino. You might have seen her in the Deadpool movie, one of the Deadpool movies. So he basically is able to manipulate luck around him to give good luck to him, bad luck to everybody else. And so he basically is causing people to get into accidents, and whenever anyone tries to attack him, he's able to just magically dodge them because of his insane luck. When he sees you, Knave, or Ave, actually, oh, I like your style. It's magically delicious. And then he flings, fittingly, a bunch of blue diamonds at you. These blue diamond shapes at you.
In the moment the diamonds fly towards me. Ah, men of culture, I see. I'm just gonna teleport away from them. Just let them fly past me.
Yeah. Okay.
Then as soon as it happens, I'm just gonna make a lot of. I'm gonna make the sky a little bit darker and just gonna illusion an area around me.
Okay.
Make the sky a little bit darker. It's gonna be the clouds will fall over, be just crackling lightning. I'm just gonna every time the lightning crackles a bit, it's just gonna be a voice. Lucky charms, lucky charms, lucky charms. Purple hearts, green hearts, orange clovers, and it's all wrong.
Right, it's all wrong. That's not right. And what'd you do with this guy? So essentially, I'll add this detail since you chose to do this. So where he was, there was this natural rainbow around him, and since you brought in the storm clouds, the rainbow just kind of dissipated, which you believe now is the source of his power. Now that the rainbow, at least, this is all like an illusion, right?
Yeah.
So he believes mentally that his power is draining from him. And he goes, "You don't play fair? Fine." And he's basically going to pull out a shillelagh, which is sort of like the wooden cane thing. And he's going to swing it towards your direction. And all of these different shapes, pink hearts, orange stars, blue diamonds, and are going to start shooting towards your direction.
So he's got a hit, and it looks like Ave is just struck down by all his attacks. It seems to be, he seems to be on the winning hand with that.
Nice.
Then Ave's just standing a little bit further away, just illusioning all this happening, just standing there, and then he's slowly gonna walk towards the Lucky Charmer.
Yeah.
Gonna take out the
watch.
The watch.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna just slowly get my arm over him. Just gonna start wiggling him. I'm gonna whisper in his ear. The only ones that you'll keep are the blue diamonds.
The only
I'm
ones.
gonna try to hypnotize him.
The only ones I'll keep are the blue diamonds.
I'm just gonna control him, and then as soon as I feel like I'll have a little bit of control, Luigi, finish him off.
Roll a 1d10.
This
is gonna be good.
Yeah. 9. This is a great What? Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So Joey, narrate what happens to
Heroes. Superheroes, huh?
the not so lucky charmer now.
So the moment Louis just happily bounces up and it's totally right to this, and then this small ray appears towards the charmer. He just explodes in blue diamonds and just those crumble away in ash, and it's just really, really, really terrifying look. And then Abe's just staring like, did I just kill someone?
Luigi looks so proud. Like, I'm your dad!
Right, we'll work on that. I'll 2 serial killers. Great.
So all
Let's
that's
go back.
all that's left now is the lucky charmer basically disintegrated into golden dust. And I'm just going to say, because of superhero rules, you
Scoop it up.
get innate knowledge that this is now luck powder, luck dust. So it has 3 uses, enough for 3 uses. You can use it to give yourself advantage on a roll.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be you. It could be anyone that you throw the dust at. They'll just get an advantage automatically. Actually, good luck. This is the lucky charmer we're talking about. So 3 times. You roll 3 times to get the best out of 3 rolls. We'll make it even juicier. Cool.
All right.
Very creative.
Luigi, please. Murder.
So when Gabe kind of jumps down, he uses the rules of the world against him, because in this world, it's in transformations, people kind of have to wait. Now Odin usually has to like waste a turn to transform.
Yes, sure.
I assume now that I'm in a world where transformation is like a free action, basically. He's gonna do that to initially change into form 3, the super speed form.
Nice.
And just start saving everyone. And it's probably like a scene from like, you ever seen the from X-Men where you see Quicksilver just going and saving everyone?
Yeah, and saving everyone. Yeah, I love it. Nice. The Kilimantos Crunch guy, who is this psychotic chef, he seems to be very disoriented and not sure what's happening, because he basically started like grabbing some random citizens and is trying to stuff them into his incinerator oven, but you basically managed to save them all. And the chef goes, "Show yourself! What are you doing?"
He goes right in front of him, and then he changes into form 4, the Umbra form. So now he's just all dark, all black
Nice.
armor. And if you remember, this is all a perception hit, or if it's within 30. So it just automatically hits, but it has the unnoticeable, but also the forgot what it's called. It's basically you don't know it's basically happened. So it's, I forgot what it's called. It's
Insidious.
Yeah, insidious. Yeah.
Insidious.
So like
Insidious.
you don't know what happened. So basically he doesn't move at all. And how I phrase it is basically he's messing with cause and effect. So the effect of him already destroying something already happened. So his whatever his incinerator is, it's just broken. He doesn't know what happened. He just turns into black form, and then the thing just breaks.
Great. He doesn't know that. Okay, cool. He will instinctively take out I'm gonna say like a giant set of tongs to try to grab you, which is what he's been using to throw people into his oven, basically. What do you do as he tries to grapple you with his tongs?
He goes the grapple, and as he goes the grapple, the tongs just break.
Nice. Is he aware that it breaks?
No. And so he's going to hit him, and it just doesn't work now.
Okay. The guy just attempts to grab you, frustratingly, and he just says, "I just want you burned on my toast."
He goes, "No," and I'm just like gonna, basically he's gonna hit him almost as if he's hitting like the back of the spear over his head.
Oh, okay. So are you trying to like knock him
Just
out?
Knock him out. Yeah.
Sure. Cinematically, what does that look like?
So it just looks like he gets a bump, and what I picture is like it doesn't knock him out right away. So another feature with this is that he can undo any attacks done. So he goes to knock him out, knocks the like tongs out of his hands. The tongs will fix itself because he undoes the effect.
Nice.
Uses it to grab him, and then just basically toss him to a wall.
Sure. You'll toss him to a wall, knock him out. All of the people that you save will start to cheer and shout your name. Spear guy! Spear guy! Spear guy!
It's Odin!
Odin? Odin! They changed their name, their chant.
I'll go next.
Sam, cool. You are going after Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
Okay. So, Fruit Loops is this dark version of Toucan Sam. He is basically a skateboarder, an extreme skateboarder. That's how he's chasing after everybody. Every time he skateboards and loops around people, he leaves a trail of multicolored, fruity, this fruity scent that is visible. And he's essentially griefing people with his extreme skateboarding. But when the people catch a whiff of the rainbow scent, they sort of become mindless followers of him. And so, what do you do?
So I want to pull out my skateboard that I got from.
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
I want to just start grinding and
Nice.
seeing if I can break like I'm thinking if the scent is almost like a light wall out of Tron, if I can cut through them and break them off and just grind against.
I can also give a suggestion because you're spicy.
Yeah,
I think spicy probably will counteract with the sweet smell.
100%.
Sweet fruity smell. So maybe your skateboard leaves a trail of
Little
spice.
peppers and
Mhm. And that does seem to, as you're cutting through the trail, it seems to disrupt the effects of his follow my nose thing. And it seems to make the citizens break out of the trance that they were on.
Perfect. And the more I get free, the more I'll just start taunting the toucan, the dark toucan, that is, he's a poser. He's an absolute poser.
Nice. So it's Toucan Sam versus Spicy Sam.
Yeah,
The two Sams clash.
two Sams.
So I'm thinking this is going to be like one of those, what's the right term? Those road rage, let's play chicken kind of situations where you're both in opposite sides and there's like a close-up of each of your eyes
Yeah.
as you're like, getting ready, and you'll see like a shot of his feet like starting to rev up, to scrape the ground. And essentially he's just going to charge headfirst towards you, and presumably you'll do the same thing. I don't know. But at least that's what his intention is. He's just going to try to ram you as fast as he can with his skateboard abilities. He's just going to move at supersonic speed towards you. What do you do?
Taking a note from Frankie and
Mm.
using my senshi powers, I want to summon a giant, chili pepper shield.
Okay. Okay.
And use it to just ram right into him.
Nice. So you create the super chili pepper shield, and when you impact it, all this juice, this like hot pepper juice, sprays everywhere. You're immune to it because of your senshi powers, but some of it gets into his eyes, some of it gets up his nose, and when you are very sensitive to smell and you smell spicy food, it burns badly. And Toucan Sam, he just falls off of his skateboard, and he just goes as he's trying to fan the nostrils in his nose from all the spicy into it. Do you do anything else?
Definitely handcuff him when I can and just tell him that's one spicy meatball.
Love it. Love it. Forrest, you're going after Tony the Tigernator.
I am.
All right. So he's, I think, Sabretooth. So he is a bit of a juggernauty, very physically strong, but chaotic creature, slashing everything. What do you do?
Okay. So as he's doing his thing, like flipping a car or something, his strong, muscled form just ripping and tearing, kind of very quietly and almost invisibly in the shadows, Yellow will slowly rappel down from the top of a building and put a hand on my handgun. Think about it a little bit. Let's have some fun. And I'm just gonna walk out there instead of just taking him out.
All right.
Why, hello there, Mr. Kit Kat. What's going on here?
Kit Kat? I'm not a cat. I'm a tiger. And I'll show you I'm a tiger.
Calm down, big boy. Trust me, you're a cat. I got a friend just like you, actually. And on the inside, she's really big. Fuzzy bum. I'm sure you are too, right?
You talk too much.
Oh, yes, I do. It's part of my character. You flip cars too much, so I'm going to give you this one chance to just not do anything. Go home, save yourself the trouble.
How about no? And he'll start to charge at you, just full force.
But when they do that, as he charges straight at me, when he jumps right at me, I'm just going to quickly duck and roll right under him and just give him a kick in the ass as he returns behind me. Oh, I love it when you make... Oh, they do so much fun things. Okay, lovely, let's go. And I'm just gonna pull out my handgun, start doing some firing, ricocheting shots off of buildings to like, maybe there's like a crane that has like a big pile of like bricks or something. Ricochet a shot and hit the crane, try to just create obstacles between me and him and like jumping around.
He's a very simple-minded creature. He just wants to break things, and so you'll start to drop all this rubble around him. Which is good because he actually has a breath weapon, believe it or not. He like puffs up his chest and then he exhales, and all of these frosty flakes, these frosty snowflakes come out of his mouth as a frosted breath weapon. But the debris sort of like acts as obstacles that shield you from his breath weapon. And it looks like he needs to recover after unleashing that attack.
I've never seen a kitty cat like you breathe ice. Was that ice? But you didn't get me. That's the important thing. You still want to do this?
He says, I just want to shut you up, he says. And he'll attempt to attack you again, but what happens?
I'm going to press a little button on my watch. It's not actually a watch. And my grappling hook will kind of unwind it, and I'll kick it with my foot right at him, and it'll kind of wrap around his leg, and I'll yank it out from under him, and it just flops. And then from there, I'm just gonna hog tie him.
Nice. Yeah, he'll try to swing at you, but you're just so agile that you essentially will be able to hog tie him. He'll keep snapping at you, and he's just drooling at the mouth, like super like frustrated, and he just wants to bite your neck, but he can't because you clearly have him under control right now.
Bad kitty. Don't make me have to rub your nose in that, okay? And I'm just gonna walk off.
He'll start cursing at you, like, come back here, I'm not a kitty, come back and fight me like a man, etc., etc. Things like that.
I can go next.
Frankie! Oh my goodness. All right. Honey Butt Ririos.
Honey Butt Ririos. Where is this pesky bee?
Where would you like him to be? You want him to be at the meat district again?
Well, you know what?
He doesn't have
you know
to be.
what? Let's put him in the city, though. I
Sure.
keep him in the city,
Sure.
and so Frankie's gonna be flying his like invisible jet
Yes.
to him.
Yes.
He drops to where this bee is, and he uses his salt
Nice.
whirlwind powers to kind of, lower himself down, very like
Beautiful.
superhero like landing.
Yeah, like Storm.
Yes.
Exactly.
Boom. Hey, honey butt.
Yeah? You talking to me?
I am talking to you. What do you think you're doing, huh?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm sticking honey up people's butts. None of your beeswax.
Oh, I'm going to make this my beeswax. You know people like honey up their butts, right? It's just not those people.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna stop me from getting to those people.
And then he's like thinking, what would Forrest do? What would Forrest do? Talk it out, talk it out, talk it out, talk it out. He's like, I have 2 words for you. Meat grinder. You can find all of the guys that will let you do this for free.
Wait, for free?
Yeah, like you don't even have to fight it, and they just willingly let you do that. You get invited to all the circuit parties.
There's something really sweet though about them fighting it though.
Well, you can ask them to fight it and like pretend, and they'll do it.
Really now?
The bee like sort of thinks about it.
It's
And his-
role play. You role play that out if you
His-
really like it.
He's thinking about, as soon as you say that, like his stinger shoots up. His stinger like
Is
shoots
it-
up in his back.
How big is this stinger?
Oh, I mean,
Don't answer.
use your imagination.
Don't answer.
I'm not going to answer that question. Use
Don't
your
answer.
imagination.
Size doesn't matter.
Size doesn't matter.
That's how you
It
use
does for some of these bitches.
But so let's say that I'm open to what you're offering here. So where can I find these honeys exactly?
That's the beauty. You don't have to go anywhere. They come to you.
I like this. I like this a
All
lot.
you have to do is send out your stinger pics. And they come flocking to you.
That's it?
That's it.
Sounds kind of shallow, don't you think?
Well, you're the one, hey, I don't know, you chose this profession, not me.
He pulls out his Instagram or whatever, and then he'll just out of character. His Instagram name is Honey Boy. Is Honey. And
He's here too.
he's here
And then
too.
you when you download the app, you find Frankie's profile on it.
Oh,
It's like he still hasn't deleted it from
Yeah.
last time.
He looks at this, and then he looks at you, and he says, "Hey, is that you?"
Blocked. Block. What are you talking about?
All right, I'll try this meat grinder thing you talk about.
Yeah. And they invite you to all the circuit parties. You got the black and blueberry party, the red velvet cake party, the light and dark chocolate party. Stay away from the bitter chocolate. Those are some evil bitches.
Oh man.
So I've heard.
Thanks for opening my eyes. I think this will work out.
Yeah. Do that instead.
He'll nod, looking at the app, and then he'll just buzz away.
Ooh.
It's not what I saw coming, but I love it.
I am so sure Forrest will be so proud of me for not fighting this encounter. I talked my way out of a fight.
Did not see that coming. Who wants to go after that?
The Samsung dog is gonna have Field trip.
That's a tough one to follow.
That's right up there with all that jazz. So right up there.